Hi, everyone. This is Susan Knowles, the host of Stand for Truth Radio. I do a segment called Knowles on the News, where I bring you highlights of the day's news. I want to bring you a few highlights of today. There's been a lot that has been going on just today in our nation and around the world. So let's get started here. I'm going to give you my opinion as we go through the important news items. First of all, you may have heard over the last couple of days, and especially yesterday, China's stock market closed because they were forced to close. They were doing so poorly in trading that they had to just shut the markets down. And this was the second time this week that that's happened. It's not good news. Now, you may think, well, it's happening over in China. It doesn't really affect me here, but it in fact does, because the New York Stock Exchange started out low today and closed low. The Dow closed down at 393, a loss of 393 points. That's a huge deal. In the first 4 days of 2016, it's the worst 4 days of any year for the Dow on record. Not good news. You know, when Obama tells you that the economy is great, things are looking up, unemployment is down, you know that's not true. Things are not going well. Also, China's central bank has urged them to devalue the yen by 10 to 15%. And also, because of all that's going on, Saudi Arabia, when they opened their markets, it fell more than 3% in the opening minutes. I don't know what it closed at, but it probably wasn't very good. In other news, U.S. Representative Lynn Westmoreland, a Republican from Georgia, says that he will not seek re-election. So there is a seat that we are going to have to replace, hopefully with another Republican. Now, I just hope there's two seats to replace, and that is the other seat being for House Speaker Paul Ryan. I hope that someone challenges him in Wisconsin and fires Paul Ryan from his job. As House Speaker, he has already proven to the Republicans that he carries the water for Obama by giving him the omnibus bill. Also, we have been told today that the affluenza teen's mom is now under arrest and back in Texas. That's good news. Hopefully, we can get the teen back and maybe throw the book at him now this time, and his mother won't be able to protect him. Also, the New York Mayor Bill de Blasio, is having to speak up and speak out and get his nose into everybody's business by urging the police pension fund to drop its investments in companies that manufacture assault weapons for civilians. Now, again, this is another sign of government overreach, trying to get into your business, trying to tell the pension funds now what they should do. It's called control. I think Governor de Blasio should stick to being the mayor of New York and let the pension fund handle what its own business is. Also, we are told today that oil prices have fallen to the lowest levels in more than 11 years. Now, that may sound like a wonderful thing, but it's really not. The prices have fallen because of what's going on in China. The U.S. Prices could go as low as $20 a barrel. And again, that's great for everybody at the pumps. But what it does do is that those people who work in the industry on the oil rigs, they are going to be laid off, terminated, because you can't keep paying people the same amount of money for jobs that are just not going to exist, because the demand, even if it's high, you're going to have, $20 a barrel as opposed to 100 and something per barrel. So people will lose their jobs. Now, the natural gas prices are surging, however, so we'll have to see what kind of impact this has on the economy. Also, we are told today that Alabama Governor Robert Bentley has filed a lawsuit against the federal government in regards to the resettlement of Syrian refugees. He is opposed to it, and he is filing suit against the federal government. Let's hope that he is successful. And we're also told today that armed protesters may show up tonight to Obama's private town hall meeting. In Virginia, it's okay if you carry firearms. So it's going to be interesting to see how these protesters are treated. In the media right now, the they're saying, well, we're going to show up, we're going to have enough people there, don't worry, we're going to make sure that everybody maintains the law. But it'll be interesting to see what actually happens once those protesters show up. You know how people are, they don't really like to see the citizens of America armed. Now, this morning you may recall that a man showed up on the anniversary of the Charlie Hebdo terrorist attack. He showed up at a police station, apparently wearing a fake explosive belt. And I had heard earlier that he was armed with a knife. In any event, he was shot and killed by the police. They are alleging now that it was a 20-year-old Moroccan who was previously involved in minor robberies. His name is Ali Salah, and as I said, he was killed. So that will be interesting to see if any more comes out of that. Again, you can look at it as not a terrorist attack, but when somebody does that, in my mind, that is another terrorist attack on Paris, France. It's also going to be interesting to see right now. I believe we are probably going into, or very close to, World War III in regards to Saudi Arabia and Iran. As you know, they're fighting with each other and being very accusatory after the Saudi Arabians killed the people that they did, the Iranian people that they did a couple of days ago. And now Saudi Arabia is accusing Iran of having attacked with airstrikes their Yemen embassy. So that is really going to heat up more and more. And the United States, is going to get involved because Saudi Arabia is our ally. And finally, we have had a total of 3 earthquakes today in Oklahoma, each one of them registering at 4.0 or more. So a lot of things are happening around our country and in the world. Stay safe. I will try to bring you more of these updates as time goes by. Hope to do them more frequently. You can check out my website at susanknowles.com. You can find my podcast for Stand for Truth Radio on Spreaker.com. Hope to see you soon. Take care, and we'll talk to you soon.